Hello and welcome back to the channel of motorbike flimflammery under the bridge of justice. Tom Cruise made me cry this morning. I wasn't really expecting to start my day surrounded by men and their children in a cinema, getting a bit bleary-eyed, but I did. And before I go any further, I'm going to talk about the new Top Gun film, but I'm not going to spoil any of it, and I'm only going to mention one thing which was reported 4 years ago when they were actually filming it, about the motorbike in that film, because this is a motorbike channel, and I think the film has probably done more good for getting young people into motorbiking than years of government schemes, riding courses and things like that. And in this vlog I'm going to go for a little ride on the Suzuki GS Success, the GS Success, the GS Success, it's a success, 1000 GT, and I'm just going to go for a bimble because I've got a day off and it's not quite raining yet, and I want to test my new microphone. But I want to talk about why the film I saw this morning had such a profound effect on me from a motorcyclist point of view. It sounds a bit highfalutin, it probably will be. Look at all this lovely mud on the road. I do love it when farmers clean up after themselves. But yeah, obviously Top Gun Maverick has hit theatres. I used to go to school with a friend that had elocution lessons, and he always told me I said theatres like a Essex person, which is funny because I'm from Essex. And it is, to not beat about the bush too much, freaking awesome. I don't watch many films. I've never been a film person. I can't sit still long enough to enjoy a film. I've always been more into computer games because they're like interactive and you can do stuff in them, whereas films you just have to sit there and watch as stuff happens. But anyway, once a year I will go to cinema, and this year's film was the new Top Gun flick, and I've left my indicator on. Whoops, noob. And yeah, it's wicked. But yes, in that film, as was reported back in 2018 when they filmed it, Tom Cruise rides another Kawasaki. Kawasaki, it doesn't work if you're posh. Kawasaki. Like he did in the original Top Gun film. I can't really remember what that was. It was GPZ 900 or something. I can't remember. I'm not very good with my Kawasaki's. And I'm also not very good with my 80s bikes. I just don't care. And that bike was in that film because it was one of the fastest bikes in the world at the time. I think one of the first bikes to crack 150 miles an hour, so the internet tells me. And yeah, and it became a bit of a cult icon, and now he's back on a Kawasaki. This thing's cool. And he's on an H2, the supercharged thing, which has been on sale for a surprisingly long time. It's probably like 8 years old by now or something. And he rides it around, and this is the only spoiler I'm going to say. It features quite a lot in the film. It's in a lot of scenes, and it's just nice to see a motorbike getting lots of screen time. And I was sitting there with my £5.50 popcorn, which was only a small, and my cinema ticket cost 25 quid because I wanted to go and see it at the IMAX like a pont. He rides it a lot, obviously without a helmet because he's Tom Cruise and you won't be able to see the money shot, not that money shot, just his face. And I was sitting there thinking, yeah, I really want one of those bikes now. I really want an H2, just because I've seen Tom Cruise looking cool on it. And I'm a cynical mid-30s fart, and marketing does not work on me, or at least I like to think marketing doesn't work on me. It obviously does, because I buy stuff, because I'm a part of the consumerist problem, mostly KTM parts. And I thought, yeah, I really want one of those because he looks cool on it. He's riding it around, sometimes with someone on the back. And I just thought, yeah, it sounded really good in the cinema, just to idle that 4-cylinder, what's it, 999cc, 200 odd horsepower, supercharged thing. It just looked awesome. And I was sitting in the cinema at a weird time, 11:15 in the morning on a Wednesday in school holidays, and the cinema was full of mostly dads and their kind of 10, 12-year-old boys. Hopefully they're 12, because I think it was a 12, the film. Although the first 12 I ever saw, I was 10, it was GoldenEye, my parents snuck me in, and then I saw Xenia Onatop doing unspeakable things with her thighs, and it stayed with me ever since. But yeah, I thought there's lots of impressionable young lads in here who are hopefully going to come away thinking that I can't be a fighter pilot because that's quite hard, and I'm never going to be as cool as Tom Cruise. So second best thing, I'll buy myself a supercharged motorbike. And yeah, I feel that if I was a young lad watching that film, one of the things I would take away from it, would be, Dad, could I have a motorbike and fire myself at the horizon at 250 miles an hour? Please? Alright, don't tell your mum. And yeah, as I said, it features a lot in the film, and it just comes across really naturally but really well, and it's just a nice thing. And the whole film's a bit of a, oh no, I'm not going to talk about the film, the whole film's really good. And it made me want the motorbike, and it was the simple act of Tom Cruise being on it, which is slightly galling, because obviously he is a Scientologist dwarf, but I think it's a bit unfair to give him stick, because he does absolutely do the Top Gun thing incredibly well. He is Mr. Top Gun, really, isn't he? And everything he does, he's just super cool, and it's like, oh, you've got your own P-51 Mustang that you fly around in, fair play. You do all your stunts, fair play. But yeah, Kawasaki just absolutely hire him. I can't say Kawasaki. I've got to put on like a northern BSB commentator accent to say that. So yeah, so do go watch this film. It is amazing, and you'll come away wanting a fast motorbike, and hopefully lots of young people will watch it, and in 10-15 years time will pass their tests and go out, skip the 125 stage and go and obliterate themselves in the scenery on 250 horsepower supercharged bikes, if they're still legal by then. Now, I've talked about this before on the channel. Motorbiking does have a problem, and that is the age of it, the age of the people that do it. It is very much a senior gentleman's hobby these days. If you turn up to any bike cafe in the UK, and the age starts at about 45. I'm usually the youngest person there. It's raining, I'm going to turn around because the rain is not the other way. And yeah, I just don't think enough young people are getting into it, and I think it's probably been statistically proven that we need more young people into biking, because I want it to continue as a thing. I want motorbike manufacturers to stay in business. I want them to keep developing cool things like this Suzuki success, and they're only going to do that if you get young people passing their tests and putting down cash or signing up for a PCP deal on something new and exciting, or old and exciting. And that's half the reason I don't go to biking cafes. One thing is, it's usually full of tattooed mouth breathers who have just got massive chicken strips and they're like looking at you like, oh yes, yes, yes. I kind of only go for a ride on the first sunny day of every weekend, of every year rather, break all the speed limits, cross all the sort of white lines, yada yada. I've done that rant before. Or it's old farts on GS's, of which I'm rapidly becoming one. I just remember the wonder and the excitement I had at the age of 22 when I passed my test. I got onto a Triumph Street Triple and thought, how the hell is this legal? Why am I allowed to do this? And this is awesome. I want to take it places. I want to go far abroad. I want to have fun with my mates, get into comms, chat, and basically all of my fondest memories from my 20s are of motorbiking. And I think we just need to make sure that keeps happening. I know there are lots of kind of young-ish Instagrammers and YouTubers doing motorbiking and sharing their adventures with their similar age bracket. Do have a slight worry though, that lots of these people look like they're getting into biking for the aesthetic, and if they're like, oh, look at me, I'm a bit different thing. And then sadly, at least once or twice a year, I will see lots of RIP posts going on people's Instagrams as people die. And yeah, I don't know, perhaps we're going, I don't know, riding with a group faster than they should be. I don't really know the circumstances, I don't want to speculate, but yeah, it does happen, sadly. Anyway, how did I get from Top Gun to Instagram motorbikers dying? There's a link there somewhere. But yeah, we need more young people, and if it takes a heavily oiled up man on a big cinema screen to do it, then so what? I'm all for it. I am all for it. But anyway, that is my very mini chat about that. obviously I'm on a Suzuki GSX-1000 GT. I've done a first impressions video of this. It's in the can. I haven't edited yet. I'll do it after this, and then I'll get a review of the Hayabusa strap, then I'll get a review of this up. There's loads of stuff coming. I'm really looking forward to mostly getting my KTM bloody back, because it's been sat in various press garages for the past month and I miss it. I really miss it. I mean, I've wanged on about it enough, but if I just bimble around roads like this on an inline 4 of 150 horsepower like this, I can't really show much of that on YouTube. Whereas at least on the KTM I can come out of this corner in second gear and do a little minge, very little minge, because I'm not very good at wheelies, and wheelies are dangerous on the road. So yeah, I missed that. Stick my permission to talk sticker on it, clean all the sap off it, because it's been sitting outside under a tree for 2 weeks without a cover, and then just go and enjoy riding my own bike. It's quite nice in a way, actually. Riding press bikes at the moment, as good as they might be, I'm always happy to get back on the Austrian Kartoffelstürmer or whatever. It's a very good bike. I do miss it. And yeah, I'm kind of done with putting stuff on it and modding it. I just want to take it to Europe now. Do need to get the high-speed Wii fixed. I mentioned it in my Tiger 1200 versus KTM Super Adventure S video, which loads of you have watched, so thank you very much if you have. And I mentioned in that there's a bit of a weave going down on my KTM. Stay there, Mr. Van. At I didn't really say in the video, but speeds you shouldn't do on the road. Perhaps it'll start with a 1 then a 2. However, a vague friend of mine, professional journalist Adam Child, otherwise known as Chad, he's the gravy man that you see in 44T's videos sometimes. He does all the Bennett stuff. He has got his long-term press test bike. He's got a KTM Super Adventure as well at the moment, and he's in the Isle of Man doing cool stuff for Bennett's and interviewing hairy-assed racers who are doing the Isle of Man TT. And as Chad will tell you, if you give him a second, that he's raced there before. It's even in his email signature. You get an email from Adam Child in the signature, TT racer, world record holder, and some other cool stuff. He's a good lad. But anyway, where's I going with this? He's just put a screenshot of his KTM sitting at 150 miles an hour on the Isle of Man TT on the mountain section, totally legal. And I just messaged him saying, is yours not weavy like mine? I've not heard back yet. But the internet seems to think I just need to get my headstock bearings tightened up, and then it should fix it. It's kind of a hard thing to go into a dealer and whinge about, though, isn't it? It's like, yes, my bike does exhibit a certain instability when I'm doing almost twice the legal UK speed limit. It's a hard whinge. I'm not sure I could really go to KTM about it. But yeah, I do love this Suzuki. This, I'm not going to review it or do a first impressions, but it's 11 grand. That's like 3 or 4 grand less than a Multistrada V2. This is loads of bike for the money, which always feels like a strange thing to say, because 11 grand is a lot of money, so you'd want a lot of bike for it. But in the world, in the context of expensive motorbikes, this is wicked. I really like it. It reminds me, no, I'm not going to say it reminds me of my Blackbird, because that's been every bloody video this month. Oh, I miss my Honda Blackbird. Why don't you just go marry a Honda Blackbird, you bald twat? I'd like to. If I had space more than one bike, I would consider having a Blackbird and a Supermoto and a bike for green laning. Yeah. I do want to do a video where I take my Super Adventure green laning whilst wearing one-piece leathers and then do a track day on the same tyres, because I've stuck Continental Trail Attack 3s, I think they are, on it, and they're really impressive. They're really grippy, they're really sticky, and I want to kind of do a tyre review of them, because I kind of feel like no one knows about them, and Continental's tyre marketing is gash, whoever's in charge of that. No one really knows about Continental's motorbike tyres. I bought these based on word of mouth, and they are stonking things. What else? Oh yes, I've just finally, long-term viewers, regular viewers, poor you might know that I whittled on ages ago about getting a new jacket, getting back into the world of laminate Gore-Tex with Richard's new flagship jacket, the Armada, which has finally landed in the UK. My one has been knitted together by, I don't know, Thai elves or something, and I've just paid for it, so that is coming tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have a new jacket. I won't have this lovely green one, and I've had loads of comments about this jacket over the years. Lots of people saying, what is it? It's a Richard Touareg 2, so Touareg like the Volkswagen but without the O, like the Aprilia. That's probably a more motorbike relevant comparison. Like the Touareg 660, it's the Touareg 2 jacket, obviously in green. I got a green one because I thought I've had loads and loads of black jackets and I don't want to just be that black jackety person. Oh yes, this is not an adventure bike. So yeah, I went for green. But anyway, that's probably the end of this. I've waffled on for 15 minutes. It's probably been quite boring. Go and see Tom Cruise do his thing in Top Gun Maverick. Enjoy the fact that there's a cool motorbike having some prime time real estate on the cinema screen, and tell all the young people in your life to get a motorbike despite what their mothers or fathers say. It's brilliant, and I can't wait for my two girls to get on two wheels at some point as well. I might have to work on that a bit, but anyway, thank you for watching this utter waffle nonsense. I'm going to go home now and read a book in my hammock, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.